Okay, we will get started in child's pose today. For child's pose, touch your big toes together toward the back of your mat. Spread your knees out as wide as you'd like. They can be a little narrow to start off if you want, or spread them out as wide as you prefer. Reach your arms forward out in front of you. Rest your forehead down into your mat and begin to settle into this position. Bring your awareness to your breath. Take a nice deep breath in. Feel your belly expand. And a nice loud open mouth exhale. Sigh your air out. Let go of your day. Now another deep breath in just like that, filling all the way up. This time seal your lips at the top and exhale back out your nose. Continue breathing here like this, in and out through your nose. A few more rounds of breath. Try to count the length of your inhales and then match that amount of time for your exhales. Take one more deep breath in. Feel your belly press against your thighs. One more slow, controlled breath out your nose. Your next inhale, rise up to a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly down. Lift your gaze to the wall in front of you. Exhale, cat pose. Curl your spine up and gaze between your thighs. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly. Expand through your collarbones. Exhale, cat pose. Tuck your tailbone and then curl your spine up toward the ceiling. Return to a neutral tabletop. Gaze straight down between your hands and step your feet back to a high plank. Press the ground away actively to dome the valley in between your shoulder blades and then squeeze your belly button up into your spine. Now slowly with control, lower all the way down to your stomach. You can untuck your toes here. Extend your right arm out to your right side, your right palm on the floor. You can either extend it straight out or to a goalpost, depending on the amount of space you have. Now very gently roll over to your right side, taking your left foot and placing the sole of your left foot on the ground behind your right leg. Feeling this nice opening through the right side of your chest and your right shoulder. Slowly return back to center. Extend your left arm out to your left side. And then roll over onto your left side, taking the sole of your right foot to the floor. You can press your right hand into the ground to twist yourself a little further. You feel pretty open through your shoulder today. Now roll yourself back to center. Press your palms down into the ground. Press yourself back up to a tabletop position. Stack your hips over your knees. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly. Now tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. And take a couple breaths to settle into this position. You can bend into one knee, bend into the next. Press your palms firmly down and forward. As you press your palms down, spiral your triceps to the wall behind you. Press your heels down as close as you can toward your mat. It's okay if they don't touch. Lift your tailbone up nice and high. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Step your feet behind your wrists at about hip width distance and drape your torso over your thighs. Option to grab for opposite elbows and sway side to side. And nod your head yes. Feel all the tension roll down the crown of your head. Drop your arms down to the ground. Toe heel your feet together to touch, leaving just a sliver of space between your heels. And on a nice slow inhale, roll all the way up to stand, stacking one vertebrae on top of the next. When you get to the top, extend your arms up overhead. Spiral your pinkies inward, option to press your palms together. Firm down through all corners of your feet and pull your kneecaps up. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, easy back bend, goal post your arms, lift your heart up toward the ceiling. Just a gentle back bend here to start expanding through your chest. Inhale, extend your arms back up. Exhale, Samastitihi, drop your hands together at your heart. You can feel your eyes closed or soften your gaze. Take a nice deep breath in, find length in your spine. Slow and controlled breath back out your nose. Foot your eyes open, drop your arms down to your sides and face your palms forward. Inhale, mountain pose, extend your arms up over your head, pinkies inward. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips down toward the ground, option to bring a bend to your knees as you lower. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs, flatten out your spine, shift your weight into the ball mounds of your feet, and then pull your shoulders up and down your back, breath in. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms, step your feet back, stack your shoulders over wrists, heels over toes. Inhale, shift forward 2 inches. Exhale, low plank, lower down halfway. Keep your elbows pinned into your sides. Inhale, upward facing dog, flip to the tops of your feet. Shine your chest forward and straighten through your arms. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step up toward your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands together at your heart. Drop your arms to your sides. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, dive down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, neutralize your spine. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. You can always take these on your knees or skip them. Inhale, upward facing dog, press the ground away. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your tailbone up nice and high. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your spine. Exhale, forward fold, bend down. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands together at your heart. Send your arms down by your sides. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, dive down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, flip to the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips back. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out, press your palms down and lift your tailbone higher. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Inhale, chair pose, sit your hips low, reach your arms overhead. Shift your weight into your heels and tuck your tailbone under slightly to take the big curve out of your low spine. Take a breath in. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Draw your right arm back, left arm forward. Keep your hips squared forward. Inhale, chair pose. Extend your arms up to center. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Draw your left arm back, right arm forward. Option to gaze to the side wall or toward your back hand. Inhale, chair pose. Reach your arms up to center. Exhale, forward fold. Dive down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Squeeze your core in tight. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift your thighs up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Inhale, kick your right heel high. Flex your right toes down to the ground. Breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your hands and drop your left knee down to the ground. Inhale, crescent lunge or crescent moon. Extend your arms up overhead and breathe here. Now you can settle into this position however you'd like. You can keep your arms up overhead. You can interlace your hands around your front thigh and gently rock forward and back, stretching out through your left hip flexors. Inhale, crescent moon. Reach your arms up to frame your face. Exhale, gentle back bend. Cactus your arms and lift your heart up toward the ceiling, feeling this deep stretch in your left hip flexors. Inhale, crescent moon. Reach your arms back up. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms and lift your left knee up off of the ground. Inhale, star pose. Spiral all the way open, heels in, toes out. You can shake your hips from side to side, stretching out a little bit, your hip joints. Now pivot your toes so they're facing the wall in front of you. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Hinge from your hips down toward the ground. We'll be here for a couple breaths on this first one. So engage your quads by lifting your kneecaps up, and then as you engage your quads, you should feel a lengthening on your hamstrings, so on the backs of your legs. Now drop your hands to the ground and down in front of your face. Inhale, halfway lift. Tense your fingers on the ground and parallel your spine with the floor. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, high to low plank. Crawl your palms forward and then step your right leg back. And then take whichever variation you'd like. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shine your chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Inhale, extend your left heel high. Flex your left toes down. Squeeze your left butt cheek. Take a breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your hands and drop your right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms up. And then breathe here. Again, sink into this how you like. You can keep your arms up. You can interlace your hands around your left thigh, very gently rocking forward and back. Inhale, crescent moon. Reach your arms back up to frame your face. Exhale, back bend. Goal post your arms. Lift your heart up. Feel this bend in your back, but more of an opening through your heart. Inhale, crescent moon. Arms back up. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms and lift your right knee up off of the ground. Inhale, star pose. Spiral all the way open. Straighten your legs and heels in, toes out. Again, you can shake your hips from side to side a little bit. Now pivot your toes so they're facing the wall that you're facing. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Hinge from your hips. Maintain a nice flat spine as you hinge down. Again, we'll be here just for a couple breaths. Stack your hips over your heels. So shift your weight slightly forward into the ball mounds of your feet. Now walk your palms down in front of your face. Inhale, halfway lift. Pinch your fingers on the ground. Flatten your spine. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, high to low plank. Crawl your palms forward. Step your left leg back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Straighten your arms. Press your chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Engage your core to lift your hips up and back. We'll take this sun B twice more, linking breath to movement. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step up toward your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Bend down. Inhale, chair pose. Sit your hips nice and low. Reach your arms up. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, chair pose. Arms to center. Exhale, open arm twist left. Left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, chair pose. Reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Dive back down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, neutralize your spine. Exhale, high to low plank. Take whichever variation you like. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press your chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Inhale, kick your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your palms and drop your left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up to frame your face. Exhale, easy back bend. Cactus your arms, lift your heart. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up to center. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms, lift your left knee off the ground. Inhale, star pose, spiral open, create an X with your body. Exhale, wide leg forward fold, pivot your toes so they're facing the wall you're facing and hinge from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze your core in nice and tight. Exhale, high to low plank, crawl your palms forward, step your right leg back. Inhale, upward facing dog, firmly press your palms down. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. Inhale, kick your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your palms and drop your right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up. Exhale, open arm back bend. Cactus your arms, lift your heart to the ceiling. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up to center. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms, lift your back knee off the ground. Inhale, star pose, spiral open, heels in, toes out. Exhale, wide leg forward fold, pivot your feet as you hinge from your hips down toward the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze your core in tight. Exhale, high to low plank, crawl your palms forward, then step your left leg back and lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, straighten your arms. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step up toward your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, forward fold, bend down. Inhale, chair pose, sit your hips nice and low, squeeze your thighs together. Exhale, open arm twist to the right, right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, chair pose, arms to center. Exhale, open arm twist left, left arm back, keep your hips squared forward. Inhale, chair pose, sit your hips just a bit lower. Exhale, forward fold, dive down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your spine. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog, press the ground away. Inhale, kick your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge, step your right foot between your palms and drop your left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up overhead. Exhale, goalpost your arms, back bends, lift your heart. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms, lift your left knee off the ground. Inhale, star pose, spiral all the way open, heels in, toes out. Exhale, wide leg forward fold, pivot your feet as you hinge down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze your core in tight. Exhale, high to low plank, crawl your palms forward, step your right leg back. Inhale, upward facing dog, shine your chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Inhale, kick your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge, step your left foot between your palms and drop your right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up to frame your face. Exhale, easy back bend, goalpost your arms, feel the stretch in your hip flexor. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms, lift your back knee off the ground. Inhale, star pose, spiral your body open, create an X with your body. Exhale, wide leg forward fold, hinge all the way down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your spine, tense your fingers. Exhale, high to low plank, crawl your palms forward, step your left leg back. Inhale, upward facing dog, flip to the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Drop down to your knees, press your big toes together. Spread your knees out wide, sit your hips back for child's pose, resting your forehead down into your mat. Take a couple rounds of breath here, re-regulate your inhales and exhales, count the amount of time it takes to inhale all the way, then match that amount of time for your exhales. Take one more deep breath in here. One more deep breath out. Sit your hips a little bit deeper. Your next inhale, press up to a tabletop position. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Maybe in this down dog, now that you're a little bit warmed up, your heels will just go a little bit closer down toward your mat. Inhale, extend your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your palms and drop your left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms up. Exhale, drop your hands to heart center. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, revolved crescent. Hook your left elbow on the outer side of your right thigh and press your palms together at your heart. We've been working on this one quite a bit. Level 1, stay right here. Level 2, tuck your back toes and lift your back knee up off of the ground. Keep your core engaged, so try to peel your torso off of your front thigh as much as you can. Now, wherever you're at, if your back knee is lifted or if it's down, begin to fly your arms, extending your right arm toward the ceiling, left arm down toward the ground. Now take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, lift up to an open arm twist, reaching your right arm behind you and left arm forward. So your back knee might be lifted, it might be on the ground. Either one is totally fine. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, exalted warrior. Reach your left arm toward the ceiling, right arm toward your left back thigh. So it's a bit of a back bend and a twist in your spine as well. So you're gazing kind of to the top right corner of your room behind you. Take one more breath in. Exhale, open arm twist. Extend your right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Reach your arms up. Exhale, runner's lunge. Drop your back knee down if it's not already there. And send your arms down on the inside of your right foot. Toe heel your right foot out to the edge of your mat. So from here, you can sink into this runner's lunge however you'd like. You can drop down to your forearms if you'd like, or roll onto the outer edge of your front foot to get some hip opening. So you can choose today what you want. If you want to go for the quad stretch, you can do that, bending your left knee and grabbing for your left foot. If you're done on your forearms, press back up onto your palms and then walk your right foot back toward the middle of your space to a low lunge position. Now inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms up overhead to frame your face. Exhale, open arm back bend, maybe bending just a little bit deeper this time. Inhale, crescent moon, arms back up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your palms, step your right foot to the back of your mat. Inhale, extend your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot or your left foot between your palms and drop your right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up to frame your face. Exhale, drop your hands to heart center. Inhale, hinge your torso forward. Exhale, revolved crescent toward the left. Connect your right elbow to your outer left thigh. Press your palms together firmly at your heart. Again, you can keep your back knee planted down into the ground. Level 2 is to tuck your back toes and lift your back knee off of the ground. Squeeze your inner thighs toward your midline. Feel how this creates stability in your body. Then press your left heel firmly into the earth as hard as you can. Now, wherever you're at, if your back knee is lifted or if it's down, begin to fly your arms. Extend your left arm toward the ceiling, right arm down toward the floor, keeping this twist. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, open arm twist. Lift your torso up and extend your right arm forward, left arm back. A lot of core work and leg work required there. Take a nice deep breath in. Twist just a bit deeper on the breath out. Inhale, exalted warrior. Draw your left arm to your right thigh, and then your right arm up toward the ceiling. Continue to squeeze your thighs inward, gazing up toward the ceiling or toward your right palm. One more breath in. Exhale, open arm twist. Come back to this open arm twist, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, crescent lunge, arms up overhead. Exhale, runner's lunge. Plant your back knee down if it's not already there. Drop your palms down to the inside of your left foot until really your left foot out to the edge of your mat. And then sink into this runner's lunge however you like. Drop down to your forearms, take the quad stretch if you did so on the other side. You're done on your forearms. Press back up onto your palms. Then walk your left foot back in toward the middle of your space so you're framing your left foot. Inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms up overhead to frame your face. Exhale, open arm back bend. Press your pelvis forward as you lift your heart up, expanding through your right hip. Inhale, crescent moon, arms back up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your palms and step your left foot to the back of your space. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. Firmly press your palms down and forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten out your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Bend down. Inhale, chair pose. Sit your hips nice and low. Reach your arms up. Exhale, eagle pose on the right. Draw your right arm underneath your left. You can either press your palms together or grab for opposite shoulders for the bear hug. And then firm down through your left foot and lift your right leg up and over your left leg. You can tense your toes on your right toes on the ground and kickstand them. Or you can go for the bind, wrapping your right leg around your standing leg. Wherever you're at, lift your elbows up in line with your shoulders. If you have the bind in your arms, press your palms forward to expand through your shoulder blades behind you. One more breath in. Sit a little bit lower on your breath out. Now inhale, mountain pose. Unwind your arms and legs. Reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi. Drop your hands together at your heart. Ground down through your left foot. Inhale, tree pose on the right. Connect the sole of your right foot to your inner left calf or up on your inner left thigh. Take whatever arm variation you'd like today. Maybe you're working on something, or you can try out something new. You can do arms out to the sides, arms overhead. If you feel really comfortable in this position, you can even work on fluttering your eyes closed for a moment. Feel how that changes your balance. It requires a lot of focus, but continue breathing in and out through your nose. One more breath in. Exhale, Samastitihi. Drop your right foot back down to the ground. Inhale, chair pose. Sit your hips nice and low. Reach your arms up. Exhale, eagle on the left. Draw your left arm underneath your right, either going for the bear hug or pressing your palms in together. Ground down through your right foot, and then lift your left leg up and over your right leg, either kickstanding your feet or keeping your leg just off to the side. Or you can go for the bind, wrapping your left leg around your standing right leg. Squeeze your thighs actively toward one another, so you're squeezing everything to your midline in this posture, creating as much compression as you can. Take one more breath in. Stay for the breath out. Now inhale, mountain pose. Unwind your arms and legs. Extend your arms overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi. Drop your hands together at your heart. firmly ground down through your right foot. Inhale, tree pose on the left. Lift the sole of your left foot to your inner right calf or up on your inner right thigh. And then again, take whatever arm variation you like. Energetically press your left foot into your right thigh or your right calf, just as much as you press your right leg back into your left foot. So you're really pressing everything to your midline. This will help with your balance and will engage your core, your low core specifically, and that will help with your balance in this posture. Take one more breath in. Exhale, Samastitihi, drop your left foot down. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Take whichever variation you choose. Inhale, upward facing dog, flip to the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Inhale, shift forward to a high plank, and then lower all the way down to your belly. Once you're down on your belly, untuck your toes, so press the tops of your feet down. Point your elbows up to the ceiling and magnetize your shoulder blades together. Inhale, baby cobra, gently lift your chest, press the tops of your feet firmly into the ground. Remove any wrinkles from your neck. Take one more breath in. Exhale, slowly lower your chin down to center. We'll take two more. Inhale, baby cobra, lift your chest. Exhale, slowly lower your chest back down. One more. Inhale, baby cobra, press the tops of your feet down. Exhale, slowly lower your chest back down. Send your arms down to your sides. Drop one cheek to the earth. Take a little mini shavasana here. Feel your heart beat into your mat. Return your chin to center. Press your palms into the ground. Press up to standing on your knees, and then shift over onto your back. You press the soles of your feet down into the ground. Recline all the way down to your back. When you're down on your back, you have a couple options. You can either take bridge pose, or I'll demo wheel pose. So for bridge, well, I'll demo both actually. For bridge pose, press the soles of your feet down into the ground, as close to your glutes as you can get them, so that you can kind of touch your heels with your fingertips. Press your palms into the earth, and then inhale, bridge pose. Lift your hips up. From here, you can stay right here, or you can interlace your hands underneath your sacrum, and then take your shoulders underneath yourself, creating a shelf for your heart. To see how I lift up a lot higher once my shoulders are underneath my body. So you can take bridge pose if you'd like, maybe a couple of rounds where you slowly lower back down and then lift back up. If you want to take wheel pose, for wheel pose, it's the same setup. So you'll walk your heels close to your glutes. Press your palms down into your mat by your ears so that your fingers are pointing toward your feet. Point your elbows straight up toward the ceiling. And then a couple ways to get into it. You can first press your hips up to bridge pose. And then from here, press into your hands and lift to the crown of your head. Once you're here, if you feel strong, you can press into your palms and lift yourself up off of the ground. So if you have a lot of back flexibility, this might feel nice here. You can hold here as much as, or as long as you like. But remember to breathe, and then as you come out of it, just roll down your spine nice and safely and slowly. So that's wheel pose. You can do that. We'll take about a few more seconds here. You can take another bridge pose or take another wheel if you want. We will meet in Supta Baddha Konasana. Take your time getting there. For Supta Baddha Konasana, you'll press the soles of your feet together to touch, and then just lower down to your back. So when you're done playing around, we'll meet here. You can flutter your eyes closed, press one hand over your heart, one over your belly. You want to physically feel the air, fill up your belly and your chest. Take one more deep breath in. One more controlled breath out. Now grab your outer thighs with your palms. Close your knees up together. Grab her behind your thighs and rock and roll the length of your spine. All the way up to a tall seat. Extend your legs out in front of you. Point your toes up toward the ceiling. We'll take seated forward fold. So remove any flesh from underneath your sit bones. Take a nice deep breath in, find length. Exhale, seated forward fold. Hinge your torso over your thighs and then grab for whatever's accessible, whether that be your shins or the outer edges of your feet or the tops of your feet. As you're hinged forward, continue to breathe deeply. Feel the breath fill up all the way down into your low back, then all the way up into your chest. Your next inhale, slowly rise back up. Extend your right leg out. Press the sole of your left foot on your inner right thigh. Pivot your torso so it's facing your extended leg. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Grab for whatever you can, whether that's your right foot or your right shin. Just take your shoulders and square them toward your extended leg. So if your left shoulder pops up really high, come out of the forward bend, square your shoulders, and then see how far you can hinge forward. It's okay if you don't go too far down. Next inhale, slowly lift back up, switch out your sides, extend your left leg long, place the sole of your right foot on your inner left thigh, pivot your torso so it's facing your extended leg, nice deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge over your left leg, squaring your shoulders toward your leg and toward your mat. And then grab for whatever you can. And slowly rise back up. We'll take half floor of the fishes here. So place the sole of your right foot down into your mat. Take your left foot underneath your right leg. So your left foot comes over toward your right hip. And then you can either keep your right leg on the right side of your left leg or pick it up and move it over to the left side of your left knee. And then twist your torso toward the right side of your space. Extend your left arm up toward the ceiling. Exhale, drop your left arm to the outer side of your right thigh, and then option to gaze over your right shoulder behind you. Take one more breath in. Twist a bit deeper on your breath out. Slowly unwind from the pose. We'll take it on the other side now. Press the sole of your left foot into your mat. Take your right foot and pull it underneath your left leg over toward your left hip. So your left or your right knee is like in the middle of your mat. And then you can either leave your left leg where it's at or pick it up and bring it over your right knee. And then again, twist your torso so it's facing the left side of your room. Extend your right arm up toward the ceiling. Exhale, drop your right arm to your outer left thigh and feel this twist in your spine. Option to drop your gaze over your left shoulder behind you. Take one more breath in. Twist a bit deeper on your breath out. Return back to center, lower down to your back. Once you're down on your back, pull your knees in toward your chest, grab for the outer edges of your feet, stamp the soles of your feet on the ceiling, and then pull your knees down toward your side bodies for happy baby. If you're feeling pretty tight today and your low back comes super high off the ground, either grab for your big toes with your peace sign fingers. I find that helpful sometimes. Or just grab for behind your thighs instead and pull your low back down into the ground. Option to gently rock from side to side. Now pull your knees in together into your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Roll up into one tiny little ball. Pull your forehead up to your knees. Squeeze everything together as tight as you can. Breath in. Exhale. Final Shavasana. Let your arms and legs go long. Let your body fall into whatever shape it pleases. Doesn't need to look like anything in particular. Let your feet splay out wide. Starting from your feet, release any tension in your toes and the bottoms of your feet. Draw your attention up your legs, releasing any tension in your legs and into your hips. Relax your abs. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. And relax the muscles in your forehead. Let your breath return back to its natural rhythm. Allow yourself just a couple minutes of rest here. You can stay here in Shavasana as long as you like. If you'd like to be guided out, begin to bring some life back to your fingers and toes. Roll out your ankles and your wrists. Take a nice long body stretch. Extend your arms overhead. Point your toes. Draw your knees into your chest and then rock onto either your right or left side. Your fetal pose, using your bicep as a pillow. Press yourself up to a nice, tall, comfortable seat. So you can place your hands on your knees in your lap at heart center. Find a nice, tall spine. We'll finish with a breath. Exhale out any stale air in your lungs. Now take a nice, deep, full breath in through your nose. Fill up your belly, fill up your chest. Then hold your breath in at the top. Open mouth, exhale, sigh your air out nice and loud. Lift your thumbs up to your third eye center, the space between your eyebrows on your forehead. The light in me honors and sees the light in all of you. Bow forward. Namaste.
Thank you, Emily.
You're welcome.
Thank you.